are now listening to Serious Minds RN TV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RN TV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.
Greetings, family. The Resurrection Formula is on sale now. You can order it at www.professorgriff.me or simply call 678-557-2919 or just text 678-557-2919 or scan the QR code on the screen. This is Professor Griff. Thank you very much. The Resurrection Formula is on sale now at www.professorgriff.me. Thank you. Greetings, family. The Resurrection Formula is on sale now. You can order it at www.professorgriff.me or simply call 678-557-2919 or just text 678-557-2919 or scan the QR code on the screen. This is Professor Griff. Thank you very much. The Resurrection Formula is on sale now at www.professorgriff.me. Thank you. All right, peace. Greetings, family. Greetings. How's everyone doing? Quan, what's good with you? All right, I see we got Quan and Tina Ray on deck. All right, we got Quan and Melanated Brown on deck. All right. Ask Aaliyah RN is in the building. This is Professor Griff, and of course, you all already know this is Serious Minds RN TVs. Assalamu alaikum, Carl Muhammad. What's good with you, good bro? All right. All right. Today we got a very interesting, well, I think it's a very interesting show. All right, let me shout out a few people before I come on. Shout out to Gas Tactical. All right, my man, Guy, man, thank you very much for the instruction, for the education, for the class. Really appreciate that. Very, very valuable information coming from Gas Tactical. All right. Green Apple Services. That's all you need to know. It's Gas Tactical. I don't know how Green Apple Services is tactical, but hey, green apples could be tactical. You got to figure that out. All right. Anyway, shout out to Mary Haynes, C. Vesey, Miriam Bilal. All right. Queen V, what's good with you? As a matter of fact, Quan, I just did it today, and I can send it over to you. I just did it. Like, literally just did it. Like, I wouldn't even lie to you like that. I just did it. I'll get it to you tonight. All right. My next class is coming up May 29th. All right. It's a constitutional carry class. And it's just basically asking some very simplistic questions. Let me see if I had the flyer on my phone. I do. Hold on. Let me get it over to you, Quan. Quan. Hold up, Quan. I'm getting this to you right now. In my Compton voice. Right now, fool. All right. You should have it, Quan. All right. In any event, we're going to talk about. Now, I'm not sure the age limit of the individuals that are on here, but let's do a taste test real quick. All right. Have y'all seen the movie They Live? They Live. I need some response first before I move on, Quan. They Live. Nope. Maybe some people. Yeah, I think. No. So, Quan, you saw it? Okay, cool. So I had the pleasure of kind of dialing that with Rowdy Piper. Yeah, of course. Right, that's the one. Yeah. And then there was another film that came out with it was called Space Invaders. Did y'all see that? Space Invaders. I'm not into sci-fi like that. I never did the Star Trek thing or the Star Wars thing or the never kind of. So if y'all seen that movie, I just said to myself, what would be I'm doing, let me just put it this way. I am doing the Black History Mobile Museum this weekend, right? And the name of the exhibit is called Parallels. And I'm doing a parallel between what went on in the past as far as Black people are concerned and what's going on now. And is there any difference? All right, so maybe y'all can help me out. So you seen the movie They Live. Okay. So now, if They Live happened what year? Great Filibuster, what year? Quan, what year did that happen? What year was that film out? Doc, what's good with you, man? Did you see the film They Live, Doc? 1987? Wow. So if we could, let's just say we have movie night and we watch that film, 1988? Okay. If we watch that film, would you be shocked and surprised that some of the things that happened in that film are still going on today? Would you be shocked and surprised? Well, let's take a look at two parallels. All right. Two parallels. Let me do this here. And let's see if we can share the screen and let's talk. Hold on. Let me turn this music off. Hold on. All right. Now that I've silenced the music, let's do this here. We're going to go and share the screen and we're going to go over here and see what we can discover about They Live. Well, let me set this up. They Live by John Carpenter, one of his greatest films. It wasn't received very well because I think there was just too much truth in it. It was starring Roddy Piper and Keith David. There was a couple other people in it that became bigger names. And it was kind of, and this is kind of like a breakdown of that particular movie. All right. So let's dive into it. And then we're going to have a discussion about the prison escape, and the capture of these particular individuals, this particular individual that escaped, and his relative girlfriend who he's been having an affair with. And they both have the same name. That's just interesting to me. I don't know about y'all, but that's just kind of interesting. All right. Okay. All right, family. Let's talk. Let's dive into this and see what it yields.
John Carpenter's 1988 opus They Live is a scathing indictment of capitalism and the culture of greed masquerading as a B-movie about invading aliens. It stars professional wrestler Rowdy Roddy Piper as a homeless laborer whose world is turned upside down when he finds a box of special sunglasses that allow the wearer to see the truth about subliminal messaging, forcing humanity to obey.
All right, let's stop right there. He finds a box of special glasses that will allow him to see things how they really are. All right. And as you can see from the clip, it went from color to black and white. You have to see the movie. It's one of those movies it's one of those kind of, when I first saw The Matrix, that's how it hit me. All right. To know that, well, I found out later on that a black woman wrote it, but when I saw that movie, there was just a lot of truth in it. Anyway.
It's one of Carpenter's greatest films, but grab a pair of Hoffman lenses for yourself to see the truth that even hardcore fans may not know about They Live. H.P. Lovecraft, Ray Nelson, and Richard Armitage. Sharp-eyed viewers may have noticed that the screenplay is credited to Frank Armitage, which happens to be the same name as Keith David's character. This, of course, is a pseudonym. Carpenter wrote the screenplay but felt it was strong enough of a collaborative effort with his future wife Sandy King and Roddy Piper as well that he didn't take sole credit. Instead, he lifted the name Armitage from the Dunwich Horror, a classic story by H.P. Lovecraft, whose work often involved characters being driven mad by discovering hidden truths. Lovecraft wasn't the direct inspiration for They Live, though. Instead, Carpenter drew from another short story, Ray Nelson's 8 O'Clock in the Morning, published in 1963 and turned into a comic book in 1986. It features a character named Nada, who awakens to the fact that the world is secretly being run by snake-like aliens who control humanity's thoughts and actions. While many of the story's elements would later make it to the screen, Carpenter wisely added a few tweaks to the plot and changed a few elements to make it more believable, or at least as believable as a story about magic sunglasses that let you see aliens can be.
I'm giving you a choice. Either put on these glasses or start eating that trash can.
The Man with No Name. Like the lead character of Nelson's short story, Roddy Piper's
all right, that scene in the alleyway, if y'all haven't seen the film, even if you have, that scene in the alleyway, Roddy Piper's character was actually fighting the black man. And when I looked at that and I kind of saw it, I just said to myself, the fight scene was over dramatic and it was long. That just showed me that any one of us, Great Filibuster Quan, any of the people that come on here that have openly admitted that they've talked to family members and tried to get people to see the truth, it's almost like fighting people. It's almost like you're wrestling with people, so much so you get exhausted. Well, that's what that scene in this particular movie kind of demonstrated for me. All right? It kind of demonstrated it for me simply because it's very difficult. Some people would rather change their religion before they change their diet. I'm going to say that again. Some people would rather change their religion before they change their diet. All right? And you know how black people are with religion.
Character is called Nada because he is meant to be a blank slate everyman. He is given very little backstory and is never referred to by his name in the film even once, with Nada only appearing in the credits. In the years since, though, Carpenter has let it slip that the character's first name is John and that he indeed has an extensive backstory, even if the filmmaker himself doesn't know what it is.
I've had a rough couple of days.
In an interview, Carpenter revealed that only one man knew Nada's full origin story, Roddy Piper. Before filming, Carpenter asked Piper to come up with a backstory on his own, and further told him to never share what it was with the director, to lend his character more authenticity. True to his word, Piper never went on the record before his untimely death in 2015, meaning that Nada will always be what Carpenter intended, a mystery to everyone, even the man who wrote and directed the movie. The most brutal brawl in cinema history. And nearly 6 minutes long, the iconic alleyway fight between Nada and Frank is one of the most celebrated brawls in film history. It's been endlessly referenced, quoted, and parodied, and this inevitably brought up as a point of comparison every time new contender for the best fight scene of all time emerges.
I'm sorry.
With the idea of creating a fight scene that would be completely unique in films, Carpenter turned to stunt coordinator Jeff Amada, whose work can be seen in action movies like Lethal Weapon, The Bourne Ultimatum, and Furious 7, and to Piper, drawing on his experience as a professional wrestler. The result speaks for itself, but David complimented Piper on helping to make the film more realistic, while Piper's assessment of David makes it clear that he's no slouch either.
This guy is like a mule.
He's all out of bubblegum. Soon after Nada's unpleasant discovery about the world around him, he has a scuffle with a pair of cops and manages to get away with one of their shotguns by ducking into a building, which turns out to be a bank. As the patrons react to Nada with his shades and shotgun, he utters one of the all-time classic badass lines in cinema history.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
The line has been embedded in pop culture ever since, but it wasn't Carpenter's creation. It came directly from Piper. According to Carpenter, Piper carried a book full of one-liners that he'd used in his wrestling promos, and while he was writing the script, Carpenter lifted the best one for the scene. It's just a shame he never got to use that one on Hulk Hogan. Sticking it to Reagan. Carpenter's choice to make his heroes down on their luck homeless men up against alien invaders who all seem to be rich yuppies and, more frighteningly, politicians, underlines the film's ultimate message, which should be even clearer today than it was 30 years ago. Carpenter has gone as far as calling it a documentary about the exploitation of the poor by the upper class and an indictment of the rampant economic inequality that makes it possible, and even filmed the opening in an actual homeless settlement, paying the residents as extras. If Carpenter intended they live to be a ballistic missile lobbed at 80s materialism and excess, he's never been shy about who he saw as the ultimate symbol of that excess, President Ronald Reagan. Speaking with Starlog around the time of the film's release, Carpenter was clear on this point, calling the president and his cabinet a bunch of crooks. In the years since, Carpenter has been happy to elaborate on his contempt for Reagan whenever given the opportunity. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times in 2013, Carpenter said that he had decided it had to make a statement, and that's they live, citing the literal and figurative way that it was giving the finger to Reagan when nobody else would.
All right. That's the nutshell. In a nutshell, that's what the movie was about. All right. They put on these special glasses, black melanated glasses, and they're able to see things for what they really are. They see things in black and white. All right. Okay. Nope, you're right. Yeah, Sammy Clay, you got to watch You Tell the Truth around. You would think that you could tell the truth, but yeah. So they found these glasses and they put them on and they could see things for what they really are. How is that parallel to what's going on today? We're going to do some thinking today. Family, come on. Let me give you a hint and a clue where I'm going with this. All right. Let me move that there. And let me pull up this right here. Hold on. All right. Let's talk about it. There we go. Night after night, the host of the most watched show in primetime cable news uses a simple narrative to instill fear in his viewers. They, after the movie They Live, want to control and then destroy you. All right. Now, this is SUCKA Carlson. All right. let's see how we can dive into this particular story. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see, fam. Hold on. Let me get back to this. That already on. Blah, 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 blah. Hell no, we ain't subscribing. You ain't none. You don't need to get. We're just gonna go somewhere else and figure it out. Hold on, family. Boy, these people know how to get you. All right. So normally I don't really, after seeing this, I don't know. I don't want to call it, fake jailbreak, but I just kind of figure these people either had to know one another or something funny and fishy was going on from the outstart, man. This borderline half literate sheriff that was down there in butt scratch wherever they were from. It just didn't sit right with me. I don't know whether it sat right with you guys. I don't know how you processed it. I don't know how you kind of wrestled with it. The mere fact that they've been having a love affair at the jail for this long, and then she's able to walk people in and out of prison, and then the person having the same name, and then when you do the background and the research on who this guy actually is, it's ridiculous. Did some of you guys do the research when you kind of looked at it and said something is up with this, and it's just not sitting right with you? Darius, yeah, I do. I still do in-person lectures. Yeah. So did y'all look up who this guy is? You could just put escape murderer. Captured in Indiana. All right, and then a whole host of things have come up. So it talks about this idea in Alabama. Of course, in Alabama, if you do the history of Alabama and the backwoods in Georgia and Tennessee and other places, there was some inbreeding going on with these people, man. You understand what I'm saying? It happened on that level, and it happened on the highest level with the Queen's family and some of these other people. All right. So Alabama Corrections Officer Vicky White dies after she and escaped capital murder suspect Casey White were captured in Indiana. I just said, wow. Okay. So I just said, why don't we look up who this character is? Casey White. Just me. I'm just kind of, I just wanted to see whether or not they were related. And you can look it up also. So when I pulled up pictures of who this character is, I just said to myself, oh, that's how that works. Gotcha. All right. So I just started doing the research and I just kind of dove into it. They look alike. They have the same last name. All right. And if you look real close at these tattoos now, y'all already know Professor Griff is in the symbolism, right? So if y'all look at these tattoos, Casey White has tattoos affiliated with the white supremacist prison gang. Officials said as their hunt for the accused murderer reaches a week. All right. We see the Brotherhood tattoos of the Southern Pride. There's all kind of tattoos on this guy. All right. So exactly who is this particular individual? Why do they have the last name? All right. And why didn't anyone know that these individuals was having a love affair?
Oh, please.
All right. So
Brings back so many good memories.
we have to kind of dive into this and see it. Hold on. See the parallels. Has this happened in history before? All right, so there's nothing new under the sun. All right.
Vatican to the manhunt for an Alabama inmate and the corrections official accused of helping him escape. Police cornered Casey White and Vicky White, no relation, after a 15-minute car chase in Evansville, Indiana. Casey White, an accused murderer, surrendered. Authorities say that Vicky White shot herself in the head. She later died from that injury. Chris Davis of our national affiliate, that's WTVF, is outside the sheriff's office in Evansville with more on this story. Chris, this was an amazing end to the story that the country was watching. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Gail. Quite the story indeed. This search lasted nearly 2 weeks. We spoke to a deputy with the U.S. Marshals Service who leads the investigation. He shared new details about how these two were finally caught.
Casey quickly surrendered, and his immediate words to our team is please help my wife. She just shot herself in the head.
U.S. Marshals say there is no evidence Casey and Vicky White were ever married, but their capture brings a stunning end to a manhunt that captivated the country for nearly 2 weeks. Law enforcement collided with their third getaway car, a gray Cadillac, in Evansville, Indiana. U.S. Deputy Marshal Chad Hunt is the commander of the Gulf Coast Regional Fugitive Task Force.
There are several tragedies, to this story, the way this escape ended, but also, too, it stings that somebody entrusted with what she was given as a correctional officer planned, organized, and facilitated this escape.
Vicky White died in the hospital hours later. It all started on April 29th. Authorities say this surveillance video shows Officer White leading the inmate to her patrol car outside the jail in Lauderdale County, Alabama. Police say they ditched it for this 2007 Ford Edge, which she allegedly bought under an alias. It was found abandoned in Tennessee last week. Before the duo was caught in Indiana, a tip led the Marshal Service to release these images, surveillance photos of a man they believed to be Casey White at an Evansville car wash last Tuesday. They say he abandoned that vehicle, a 2006 Ford F-150, there.
Visiting with the car wash owner and some additional surveillance footage that led us to believe that they were in this gray Cadillac.
From there, Deputy Marshal Hunt says law enforcement swept the area for that car. They found it at a nearby hotel where Vicky White was spotted wearing a wig as she left with Casey White Monday. That discovery turned into a 15-minute chase that culminated in their capture. Nearly 300 miles from the jail, they fled together. Back in Alabama, Lauderdale County Sheriff Rick Singleton made this promise about Casey White.
He's not getting out of this jail again. I'll assure you that.
Now, as for Casey White,
All right. He's not getting out of this jail. No, man. Well, he's not. Not going to get out of this jail ever, ever, ever again. What do you guys think? Or is this Professor Griff just kind of weaving some things together that just one thing has nothing to do with the other? Come on, talk to me, fam. Right now I'm at your beckoning call. Help me out. It looked crazy from the beginning. When I first saw it, I just said to myself, okay. I said, all right. the movie They Live. Like I think that and Space Invaders, where the Martians or the Space Invaders were coming down to take all black people with a certain degree of melanin in their skin, taking them back up to space. And black families were cooning, shucking and jiving, butt scratching, butt licking, and snitching on one another and all kind of stuff. Yeah, Quan, I'm tending, yeah. They Live is just one of those kind of movies. Space Invaders also, I think George Clinton was one of the ones that was responsible for Space Invaders. All right. Yeah, I think it had to be pre-planned the way they pulled it off, yeah. But I'm not sure exactly who was involved. Yeah, you're right, Quan. The white media was trying to victimize her, like this dude took her and just kind of, escaped and that kind of thing. But she was in on it from the beginning. Because they don't want to let you, or they don't want you to start thinking that white women are capable of doing this. Yeah. And this is just the reality of what we're dealing with today. We talk about the degree of what and where racism, white supremacy will go, or just white supremacists, period. How far will they go? Now, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, she was black. Matter of fact, let's just say he was black and she was white. How would the newscast, how would they have painted that picture? How would the headlines read? What would SUCKA, Carlson, and what black imp Negro would they get to come on and what would they say? What bootlicking Negro would they get to come on TV and say, well, these black guys seducing these white officers inside the jail? How would that read? Yeah, Cosmic Slop. I'm sorry, Monique. It was Cosmic Slop. SLOP. Yeah. Thank you, Quan. I think I sent you the wrong one, Quan, because that price is actually $95. But to the Serious Minds listeners, if you're watching this, you can have it for $85. I got you. Right. You're right, Quan. They would went all the way back to her damn kindergarten teacher and what color crayons that she played with. It would have been you're right, Doc. It would have been a totally different narrative about the female correction officer. Totally different. Totally different. So we have to understand how racism, white supremacy works when it comes to the media. All right. The language that they use. All right. They was trying to victimize her, and it's like she was in on it from the jump, from the beginning. All right. Exactly. You sell your house. You're caught with $29,000. And where were you going? Exactly, Colleen. They would have probably said that he kidnapped her if he was black. Do you realize this is 2022? And they have certain apparatuses that they have that if you pass gas, they can tell you what you had for dinner last Wednesday. Where you gonna hide in America? You 7 feet tall. Come on. I'm just curious. I just said to myself when I first heard the story, I said, yeah, it's not like you're gonna hide somewhere. It's like you're gonna duck down somewhere, bro. You 7 feet tall. Yeah, no. So I never really trusted the media. Y'all know my acronym for media. Who remembers my acronym for media? Did somebody give it to me? I mean, they control these alphabet channels. They really do. Someone asked me to do the show about the fake pictures and the fake footage that they're using and the crisis actors that they're using in the Ukraine. Oh damn, Quan, I sent you the wrong flyer. Like totally. I apologize for that, Quan. All the flyers you got, it did say $85. Well, I did do another one. All right. Nope, media, MEDIA. What is the acronym? Come on, y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me. Well, the media is multi-ethnic destruction in America. Multi-ethnic destruction in America. Or maniac European devils in action. All right. So there's a couple of rappers that have been arrested this week. I wanted to dive into this RICO law on how they plan on going after the rest of them. All right, so I think I'm going to do that show with Kalanji. I'm going to give Kalanji a call and see if he would want to do that show together. Yes, Young Thug and I forgot the other brother's name. It's critical, man. We'll dive into that show probably tomorrow or Friday. I'm going to give guys, matter of fact, let me call Kalanji. Peace, man. What's good, bro? I'm on my show right now. I got you on the phone. No one can hear you but me. But what do you want to do this show about? Young Thug and what's the other brother name that got arrested? Which is Rico Act. Gunner. Okay. Okay. It's up to you. I'm good tomorrow. Just kind of let me know, man. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. If you want to do it in the afternoon, I'm good. Name sounds familiar. Spell his last name. Oh, the first book on trap music. Okay. Yeah, if you want to pull me in on a conversation, I'm good. I don't mind. It's good. I'll be on. I'm good. Nah, do your thing, and I'll just be on. I just want to be a listening ear. I might want to ask your brother some questions. All right, cool. All right, peace. Yeah, okay, cool. Tomorrow, 2:30 on Riot Starter TV. Tomorrow at 2:30. I just told the people you want me to take you off out of my ear, and you tell them.
Saturday, good people. Tomorrow, Riot Starter TV, 2:30 p.m. Professor Griff, A.R. Shaw, along with myself, Kalonji Chavez, talking about hip hop and the whole Rico Act situation. What's going on with that and how it pertains to us as a whole.
All right, they got it. Let's make it happen, good bro. All right, peace. Salute. That was Kalonji. Me and Kalonji and Latanya got some things coming for y'all next couple of months. All right. Anyway, happy Born Day, happy Earth Day. All right, happy Earth Day to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Let's give him a round of applause. He don't need a round of applause, but the man is 89. Man, I'm 61, and that brother still be spitting fire, man. I want to spit like that when I'm 80, in my 80s. Like this, he's 89. I can roll Minister Farrakhan back 9 years ago. He was blazing. I'm like, damn. Yeah, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, 89 years old, years young. Wow, Louis Farrakhan. All right, born Louis Eugene Walcott, born May 11th, 1933 in the Bronx, in the BX. That's why he had that fire. Nah. Okay. All right, but anyway, probably Friday. I'm gonna string some clips together and let you see the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in perspective. All right. Anyway, this Professor Griff. I don't want to keep talking about these people that was obviously related and escaped from prison and all this other kind of stuff. Yeah. So yeah. Cozy TV, the answer to that question is you. All right. Yeah, Quan, you coming back on us. Shout out to the great filibuster. Thank you for the donation. Quan said media is the most effective devil in America. Yeah. Ooh. All right. All right. Man, all right. Keep it up, Quan. So you a Taurus? All right, Quan. My granddaughter's a Taurus. She's hard to keep up with. All right. Shout out to my daughters. Naila, I think Naila's 22 now, I think. If I'm not wrong, help me out, Naila. 23, 24. Man, I'm jacking it all up. Takia Kalisha, y'all might know her. She has a company. She stays on Instagram promoting the product. Issa Shah. I am my sons, Khalil, Amir, and Rashim. Y'all might know him as Ra Mega. Alright. And my stepson, even though I never dealt with his mama, Randy Claude, if you out there, peace, bro. Alright. You ever heard a song of mine called what's the name of it? Hold on. It was on the God Damage album. I was watching what was going down with Hurricane Katrina, and I wrote a song, then I kind of presented it to Kyrie and Society, and invited Randy to come in and be a part of that, making that particular song. I won't come up. I don't know. I put in the God Damage. Dang. Put in the God Damage. They ain't even coming up. That's sad. See how these algorithms do you? But we're going to talk about Young Thug and Gunna tomorrow. All right? And I'm going to do this piece on the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan on Friday. Hold on for a second, fam. Out of the God Damage album, man. I don't even know why it won't come up. This is ugly. One of the songs? What happened to the rest of them? Anyway, fam, this is Professor Griff. I gotta get ready to get out of here, man. I'm gonna take y'all out with this. All right, Quan. My birthday is on May 18th. Okay, got you, Quan. We're gonna do something for your birthday. All right. This when I had my band, it got 7th Octave. We did a song called 7 Minus Sick. Alright. It was a dope rap metal project. I thought it was kind of fly. Alright. I might even go back to that one. But anyway, fam, it's Professor Griff. Love y'all to life. I'm out. Alright. I'm gonna let y'all ride out with this one.
It's cause I had this cool back. Yes, give me that. Believe me or believe us, when you see Jesus. Like me in the whole day. Shit, rich, this long way. Come on, the structure, actions like me. God, the structure to teach to my maker. Mine is the down for creek and fly. To stay wrong and innocent, that's what this is. Same issue, hit on the right. This government sick finished to kill the unsuspected. 1984 king out for pandemic. This time is defined into the next class. Still in the hood, the shop's still defined. I might be anti-Christ. 7.5, even though my mic. So side power bomb, school as to who I am. G.O.D. A 60s child, revolution, wild style. I'm old school, break the dance with feet tight crushing. Who's the first to utter the N-word? Dude, don't dance, choose another verb. As the rocket by imperials, maggots. Pushing these demon ashes. Melanated goddess versus the devil's humanity. That's my girls and this is what I need. Talking points, breaking news, I'm on location. Reading the mic, that's because I'm with the flow like once I swore it, it's the board. Everybody take the board. It's all like the day everybody, your man, even in the fans, faithfully, but tastefully, rubber shelter, don't wait for me. Stand behind the lines, save the lives constantly. Fell in the skies, really over minds, honestly, but honestly, who you think gonna tell you that? You don't find that, you think that. You already know where the hell you at, flash on that. Find the motivation, motivation to build a nation. It's all the most continue to hold them on to education. No fraternities, secrets and conspiracies, from academy to masonry, all the way to your local ministry. It's me, no religion will save you from those who hate you. They prop you up and set you up when they hate you. Power born, define the nine, define the mathematics. You say I'm romantic, the other say I'm
All right, fam. Peace. Peace. Peace.